Eric sent us an email that his dad died with no will, which is why it's so important, folks, to think about a will. It's not the brightest topic to talk about, but it's important. His dad left the estate, and he's wondering what happens now. He has an estate, there's no will. Now, this is an important question, as I point out to all of our listeners. What's the next step at this point, Cora?
Sure. So first of all, Eric, I'm sorry to hear about the passing of your father. And so if I understand correctly, there was no will and an estate has been opened. So it would be what we call an intestate estate. And so at that point, when the estate was opened, someone would have been appointed as the administrator or administratrix of the estate to carry out all of the duties and obligations for that and ultimately close that out. So I guess my question to you is, if it wasn't you, who was it? And it's possible it could be a public administrator was appointed by the court. But when the estate is opened, you'll also have that individual, that personal representative, be appointed to act on behalf of the estate. And then at that point, that personal representative will wrangle up all the assets, go through any debtors' claims to the estate, pay all of the probate taxes, and help file the paperwork. There may or may not be an estate attorney involved. And then as it relates to real property, there's a number of ways that we can convey out that property if desired. So typically speaking, in an intestate estate, we would have that personal representative make a motion to the court to sell the real property. So when we've identified a buyer, we have a contract, we know what it's going to sell for. We want to get that in front of the judge so that they can approve it with that order of sale. And that way, that provides us that proof that we can go ahead and convey that out legally. There are other alternative methods that we can do that certainly you're welcome to call my office that would involve the identification of heirs and having their cooperation. But sometimes that can be a little bit more difficult, and we can offline kind of discuss those options. But largely speaking, again, if the estate's been opened and there is no will, then you would want to discuss what the next steps are with that person that was appointed or entity that was appointed to act on behalf of the estate. Again, personal representative, but it's probably going to be an administrator that was appointed by the judge.
All right. Thank you, Corey. You can sign up for our newest newsletter, which is just free, no obligation. It seems like I say that a lot. Go to welovelouisville.com. That's welovelouisville.com.